Welcome to the Sunday noon meditation for the Temple of Kriya Yoga. I'm Marcia Sachs, Swami Adinandananda, and let's start with the blessing, the prayer that Kriyananda gave us. May the infinite Lord of life, of love and laughter bless you at this moment. May each cell of your being and every petal of your mind be touched, be healed, be harmonized. May vim and vigor and vitality be yours. May love and laughter be yours. May you truly find that which you seek, and may you find that which you seek swiftly, surely, and most harmoniously. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om is the sound of the oneness of the universe, and Shanti is the Sanskrit word for peace. When we're chanting this, we're chanting for peace on all levels of our body and mind, on all realms of the universe, the physical realm, the subtle realm, the bliss realm. May you find peace and peace and peace on all these levels. Let's actually use that for our mantra for the day, one of the mantras that I'm going to talk about today. And let's chant together all the Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti mantra. I'm going to play music from the temple musicians and just either listen along or chant along and feel yourself absorbing that Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you be blessed with peace. Peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. My talk today is called Awakening into the Light. And I hope to talk about the light that's within us and also the treasures that we find within us. So when I was reflecting on the light within us and the treasures within us, the mantra that came into my mind was the Tibetan mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And the essential meaning of that mantra is the jewel is in the lotus. Om Mani Padme Hum. You are the lotus. Let's think about the lotus for a little bit. And in the West, we tend to call the lotus water lily. So you can see them here, even in the Chicago area. They're not just in Asia, growing in ponds there, but they're here as well. The beautiful lotuses. You are the lotus. Think about the lotus. The lotus roots grow in the mud at the bottom of the pond. This represents the physical realm. This is where we are physically. We're sort of in the mud. We're sort of in a life-supporting and sustaining environment for our physical bodies. But it's also muddy. And then the stem of the lotus grows up through the water. And this represents, this watery realm represents the subtle realms of the emotional planes and we call like the dream realm, the lower astral planes and the upper astral planes of the emotions. And then it goes up over the water, and the leaves of the lotus, the big flat leaves of the lotus or the water lily, sit on the top of the water of the pond and float there. And this represents the mental realm, a higher astral realm where we're aware and have the capacity to think straight once we get out of the water of our emotions and we start to think in a logical and rational way about things and see things in a more clear way. Think about how hard it is to see things when we're underwater. And water is a symbol that symbolizes our emotions. So we come up and the leaves start to spread out on the pond, and they're in the sunlight. So they're receiving that light of the sun that causes plants to be fed and to grow in that way. So we're getting close when we're the leaves. But the flower of the plant, the lotus itself, reaches either forward, upwards, and then it blossoms open. Right? It blossoms beautifully. And this is the realm of bliss, the realm of enlightenment. So that's the symbol of the lotus. And the jewel of that lotus is inside of you. It's the potential to grow into that full beauty of the lotus. And we're like flowers, and we're like plants in a way, because spiritually, symbolically, we're drawn to the light of the sun, whether you're talking about the sun center or the divine light of God and all the beauty of the universe. We're drawn to that. We're guided towards that. We're here because of that light. We're following the light. So in meditation, we focus our awareness at the sun center. We're drawn to it. And then we awaken to it, meaning we begin to see that light. So the lotus is one plant. It's all one thing. I think that's really important to remember. The roots, the stem, the leaves, the flower, they're all one thing, and we're all one thing. We're here on the earth plane, but we exist on all these other levels as well. Physical, spiritual, in between of the emotional and the mental. We're existing on all these planes in all these realms at one time. In meditation, we focus at the sun center, but we're still there even when we're cooking dinner, when we're watching the news. Part of us is always a radiant blossom in the sunlight. At the same time, we're not really seeking anything very far away from us, but we must awaken. And how do we awaken? We awaken by meditating, right? So there were so many times when Kriyananda would look over his disciples and get this stern look in his face, and he'd say, meditate, meditate, meditate. So that's why I just said it to you. It's important. It means it's important. And what can we do to help our meditation, to make it better? One of the things we can do is meditate in the same place at the same time every day. Even if you just do it for a few minutes, to repeat that pattern over and over and over again. This is very important. So why do we meditate in the same time at the same place every day? And why is that important? Because we want to establish the habit so much in this lifetime that that habit pattern will be there for us in the time between lifetimes and the time in our next lifetime, where we'll be drawn back and back and back again by that pattern every day. Same time, same place, same relative time, same relative place. And we'll remember it'll be built into us, which is one of the reasons that we do that every day. But another reason is that Kriya Yoga says that we can find enlightenment in this very lifetime, but we have to do something, and the do something part is, in part, is meditation. Meditation is such a primary tool. And I think it's important to think about that it's not helpful to feel guilty if you don't do it at the same time in the same place. Kriyananda and Shelley both said that even a few minutes can be very beneficial, even a few seconds, if you can sink into that meditation. And just taste that place or feel yourself drawn upwards towards the light, or just a few quiet moments. That can be extremely, extremely helpful. It's not necessary to necessarily meditate for hours and hours and hours. That's really not what's helpful. What's helpful is the pattern, the peace, the peacefulness, feeling it within yourself, feeling that calm settle in within yourself. And once you have that center, then you can go back out into the world. And then you're a peace bringer in the world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace on all levels of our being. and you establish this habit so much in your life that it will be there. And it's something that no one can take away from you. You'll be there in this lifetime and the next lifetime. So let's talk a little bit more about Om Mani Padme Hum. This is from a discourse that I read from the Dalai Lama. First of all, the Om part. And Om, as many of you know, is really composed of the Sanskrit letters for A, U, and M. And this three-part nature of Om stands for the body and speech and mind. And also, said the Dalai Lama, for the pure exalted body, speech, and mind of the Buddha. Mani, the word mani means the jewel. This is the pure intention to become enlightened. Enlightened, compassionate, and loving. The jewel is your spiritual warmth. The jewel is your compassion, your love, your wisdom. It's a gift, it's a treasure. This is your inner treasure. And Padme, the symbol of the lotus, means wisdom. And the word Hum is a seed syllable that means unity, just like Om. It means the oneness. And also it means the immovable, the unfluctuating, that which cannot be disturbed by anything. So when you use the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, then you are settling in, just like the Om Shanti 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 mantra. We're settling into peace, to our inner nature that calls us to become enlightened. This is the jewel that is your spiritual wealth. We're all very wealthy people. We have our spiritual wealth. So to practice the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra, it can be done a lot of different ways. I've heard it taught a lot of different ways, but basically you can just repeat it over and over again. So it'll be, so close your eyes and you can see it along with me or just listen. And I'll say it a few times. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Sit quietly and listen to the mantra internally for a few minutes. With the lotus, Your horizon of awareness has been expanded. The flower is blooming. And seeds, like with all flowers, the seeds of wisdom, peace, love, and compassion are spread to others. We all have the light of God within us. We are surrounded by it. The whole universe is filled with this radiant light energy. And so how do we perceive this light? So some people aren't really thinking so much about light, but they can feel a radiant warmth. And I think this happens a lot of times when we experience in our life love and peace and joy, and then we feel warm. We feel good. That's why they talk about love as being a type of warmth. Light and warmth, they're very similar. But sometimes we actually do perceive an inner light. A lot of meditations talk about focusing at the sun center and looking for the light, looking for the light, looking for the light that is actually there. It is part of the third eye. It is part of the Ajna chakra. There's light there. And sometimes we experience it as a type of ajikara. Ajikara is like a blessing of the guru, a blessing of that can come from the guru and the lineage. So some people experience it, and I've experienced it myself when being with Kriyananda or Sri Shailaji. And then I felt the times that I felt that my whole body was filled with light. There was so much light coming from these wise souls that I felt enlightened, in the sense that there was light inside of me. It was like, instead of it being outside, like from a light bulb or the sun, I felt that there was light within me. And you may have an experience like that, possibly, as you meditate. It doesn't matter really the visual experience. It's that feeling of upliftment, and sometimes the feeling of radiant warmth, and sometimes it's a light. And we look for that light, and we look to intensify that light if we can in our meditation, not in a, what do I want to say, not in a striving way. I'm going to see that light. We just sit there, and it just sort of gets lighter and lighter on the inside. That happens sometimes. And sometimes it's an actual blazing light. I was looking at Man's Eternal Quest, which is Yogananda's book, and of his essays. And he said, this is from a chapter called God is Light and Joy. And he said, today, this is from November 14th, 1937. Today I was walking on the Hermitage grounds, beholding the sunshine all around me. As I passed the stairway to the beach, I stopped and turned on the electrical stair lights to see if they were working, but I could not see them. For as I stood there, the great light of God suddenly came and made it impossible to distinguish lesser lights. Even the sun I could not see at all. Vividly, I understood that neither the sunlight nor the electricity light was real. The only true light is the light of God. So that's quite an experience. But the important things about the light is that it's continuously radiating as an unlimited source from the heart of God. And illumination and enlightenment are words that we use that relate to light. They mean light, which we use to describe God consciousness. And we all have that light within us. It's not far away. It's discoverable, but we call it treasure. I'm calling it treasure today because we go treasure hunting. Treasure hunting is in yoga is called meditation. This is our treasure hunting. This is the jewel in the lotus. This is our treasure, and it's within us. We just have to spend time treasure hunting. Let's do a healing meditation. We'll use some light as part of our healing meditation, but we'll start with progressive relaxation. We're just going to relax the body as you're sitting in your chair. Sit with your back straight, your eyes closed, and focus for a moment on your breath. And take a few nice, deep, complete breaths. Beginning to relax. Let's check in on all the parts of our body to make sure that we are completely relaxed, even though we're sitting upright. And take your awareness down to your feet and toes, and feel your feet and feel your toes relaxing. There might be a nice warm or tingly feeling in your feet and toes. And bring that feeling up into the ankles and the calves of your legs. Your lower legs are relaxing. Relax your knees and your thighs, your upper legs relax. Relax your hips. And relax your back. Your lower back, your middle back, and upper back relaxes. Even though you're sitting upright, your spine is totally balanced and it's at ease. And take your awareness to your fingers and your hands. Feel your fingers and feel your hands relaxing. Relax your wrists and your forearms. Your elbows and your upper arms relax. Relax the torso of your body. Relax your neck. The front of your neck, the back of your neck relaxes. And on up into your face. Relax your face and then all over the top and back of your head. And from this place of relaxation, let's use our imagination to go deeper into our consciousness. And I'd like you to imagine that you're walking in a beautiful meadow of flowers. The air is fragrant and fresh because it just rained recently. But the sun is out now and you feel the warmth of your sun on your body and skin, your face. And you experience that light just filling you with every breath. And you look up in the sky and you see a rainbow. And it looks like the end of the rainbow is touching the ground not far away. And you walk towards it and realize how huge the rainbow is. Each band of light and all the colors of the rainbow are touching the ground and rising up into the sky. There's one color of the rainbow that attracts you more than any other. and you feel drawn towards it. You sense that it's the one with the best healing energy for you. Imagine yourself walking up into that light, that beautiful color, feeling the color surrounding you. And you feel so comfortable in that color, you just sit down on the ground. And with every breath, you're drawing in that color, that healing light. You feel it filling you and surrounding you, healing both your body and your mind. And then you get up and step out of the light into the sunlight. It's golden white, and the colors of the rainbow all merge into that golden white light. And so now you're standing in that field of golden white light, and you feel yourself absorbing this light. You're breathing in healing light. And you can affirm this with an affirmation. And the affirmation is, I am healing deeply as pure divine energy fills and permeates every cell of my body and mind. And I'm going to say it 3 times to you so you hear it clearly. You are healing deeply as pure divine energy fills and permeates every level of your body and mind. You are healing deeply as pure divine energy fills and permeates every level of your body and mind. You are healing deeply as pure divine energy fills and permeates every level of your body and mind. The light fills you so deeply that it spills out to form a beautiful golden white aura of protection, harmony, bliss, well-being. And take a moment to think of someone who needs this light. And in your mind's eye, visualize yourself sending this healing light out to that soul, to surround them, so if they're ready to be healed, they can absorb that light. And now, as you walk back from the rainbow through the meadow, the awareness of the light stays with you. And as you come back to your body sitting in the chair, experience yourself sitting here and feeling that light within you and surrounding you. And then very gently wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit to wake yourself up a little bit, to come back more completely into your body. Remember Om Mani Padme Hum. The jewel is in the lotus. The wisdom, compassion, and light of the divine resides inside you. The power to heal yourself of all obstacles on the path to enlightenment resides inside you. May the infinite Lord of life, of love and laughter bless you at this moment. May each cell of your being and each petal of your mind be touched, be healed, be harmonized. May vim and vigor and vitality be yours. May love and laughter be yours. May you truly find that which you seek. And may you find that which you seek swiftly, surely, and most harmoniously. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's conclude with some chanting of the Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti mantra. May you be blessed today with light and peace and joy. Namaste.